Nintendo had their surprise announcement last month, giving us a first glimpse into Game Builder Garage, a way to get people of all ages into the simplistic way of game development, not just in terms of designing visually, but functionally. Nintendo's answer to Sony's Dream and Roblox and Minecraft. However, as mentioned earlier, this is a much less ambitious project compared to its counterpart. It is nice to see how Nintendo has some little self-awareness to not make this a full-price game. It is a $30 game, so you can expect it to be on a much smaller scale based on that price point. However, there seems to be a lot of optimism and excitement for this game. The surprising thing is this will be launching a day before E3. So, this brings up the question, will E3 completely overshadow this game? Well, Game Builder Garage is not the first Nintendo title to release close to E3 during the Switch era. So let's take a look at the other titles such as ARMS and Shishido Strikers. So off the bat you can see those two are not major games by any means like Game Builder Garage. So they are already at a disadvantage since they are new IPs. Mind you, Shishido was a port of a 3DS game, but you would think they would get completely overshadowed. Well, for ARMS' case, Nintendo used E3 as a big asset to market the game through the esports-centric tournament, which I'm sure helped the game's appeal immensely. ARMS ended up selling over 2 million, which is huge for a new IP. E3 did not end up stifling ARMS' potential. In fact, it probably helped it. It would end up being overshadowed a month later, however, by Splatoon 2. Unfortunately for Shishido Strikers, it did not have the same fate. It was an unmitigated disaster, not even selling 100k for the Switch. Releasing on June 8, right before E3, was no help to its cause, not to mention its high price point and it being a port. Due to it releasing before E3, it was not marketed that heavily, especially compared to ARMS, which was releasing later in the week of E3. So what does this say for Game Builder Garage? Well, I feel it's much closer to Sushi Strikers with it being a much smaller sized game, but with intriguing quirks. It piqued people's interest now, but unless they buy it on launch, they're likely going to forget about it, with all the announcements from the gaming world coming out just days later. I think Game Builder Garage will be the in-between seller with it peaking around 500 to 650,000 sales. If it released a month earlier, I feel like it can get a longer leash on it being a game talked about in the media and gaming verse. With its core being user-generated content, it is possible there can be viral clips of the game throughout the next few weeks and months. All I can say is I am excited for a game like this, and think there will be a community for games like this. Let me know what you think. Do you think Game Builder Garage can persevere? Or will it be overshadowed by the E3 hype? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching.